know who made it.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy. You're back with another one, man. So the reason I'm making this video is to tell you, I guess you can tell by the title, man. So the title of this video is 3 things that I feel like Harley should do from the factory, man. Like in the midst of all of this controversy about the wokeness and all that shit, man, like, I ain't touching it. I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought about it long and hard. I was like, this could be my opportunity. Nope, I ain't fucking with it. However, I believe that the only way that change can happen is if people voice their opinions, you know what I'm saying? Some of these things I feel like should be no-brainers, but then other things maybe not. So, but mine has to do with the bikes, you know what I'm saying? The product that Harley Davidson puts out, you know what I'm saying? Of course, a lot of people complain. Maybe it's a love-hate relationship and everything. I haven't personally really had a bunch of issues with my bike. The only issue, quotation, that I I believe that I have, is maybe the something issue on my bike that's a 2017. And so maybe, in which since when they have corrected it, there is a solution for that problem. You know what I'm saying? Probably acknowledge it. I don't know how their history goes as far as finding issues, addressing them, and then whatever. Should it have been a recall? Maybe. I feel like possibly it should have been a recall on them oil pumps, because that's like the lifeblood of the fucking motorcycle, bro. Like, and everything derived from that, like, puts that bike in a situation. Like, some of the heating issues and stuff that I believe that I am the heat issues that I'm encountering, like, I'm starting to think that they may just be related to something, which requires the replacement of the oil pump, which requires going into the cam chest. And honestly, if you're going to replace the oil pump, you really might as well go ahead and do the cam. Like, let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been on the fence about, which oil pump I was going to get. You know what I'm saying? Which whole kit I was going to get. I've been looking at the SNS 465, SNS 475, chest kit. Those are the numbers for the cam. I've been looking. Some people have been telling me about the Woods 777, the Woods 22XE. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, with the way that I ride, like, I really don't be pounding. I don't know how they say it in the motorcycle. I ride my own ride, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get in the left lane and I'm a fucking bully, and then other days I'm in a fucking right lane and I'm chilling, and it's like that. However, every day is not like that, and it's understood. But like I said, if for me to fix my oil something issue, if there is an issue that does exist, which like I said, with the excessive heat, I believe it could possibly be. A couple more things I'm gonna try to fix or try to do before I jump to that step. But if I do replace the oil pump, I'm going to put a cam in. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the Woods 22 XE. I'm also thinking about the Woods 777. Hell, I was even thinking about just putting the Harley Davidson torque cam in there. Probably won't. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, if you're gonna spend that $300, $350, whatever it is on just a cam, then yeah, like, you might as well kind of go big. I'm not saying that you gotta go S&S or fueling cam chests $1,500 big, but I feel like maybe that $1,500 can kind of bulletproof your investment to where it runs for, you know, my bike got 50,000 miles on it. Maybe that bulletproofs my bike to guarantee that it sees 200,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I kind of got off topic, but let's dive back into like the three things that I think that Harley should be doing from the factory. I feel like there are a lot of add-on features that they add on to these bikes, or the bikes are pre-wired for it, or pre-set up for it. Yet, every time you go to add something, you have to go pay the dealership the fee of getting to flash it. You know, they have to flash whatever to the bike. You know what I'm saying? So, the number one thing is, I feel like if keeping the bikes cool is, you know, that priority, then I definitely feel as if that should be number one. The cooling of the bike. So I just recently added a Thunder Max cooling fan to my oil cooler in the front of my bike. Which is awesome. You know what I'm saying? That was already wired for it. It did have to be programmed by the dealer, or would have had to be programmed by the dealer if I didn't already have a Power Vision, which I done already spent all this money for, right? So that's one thing. So on the but I will caveat and say on the 2024s that I just recently rode, they are twin cooled, and I believe they already have. I know for sure they already have a fan on it because I was riding one just the other day, and after I cut the bike off, like the fan was still going, like to cool off the bike or do whatever it was going to do. So I was like, oh, that's cool. They've also, you know, there was some other little design changes and things that I took note of when I rode the bikes. If you want to check that video out, you can watch that video in one of these corners. Or just check the playlist, because I'll probably forget to put it up there so you can find it. So that's the number one thing I feel like that should come from the factory, because like I said, it's already pre-wired for it. You're already pre-wired for a fan, but you didn't put the fan there. You know what I'm saying? Now, my bike is a 17 Street Glide. It wasn't a special. Did have the oil cooler on there. Like I said, I first Harley ever. My first Harley ever, so I really didn't know all of the ins and outs and the bells and the whistles. I just knew that if I was gonna get a bike, I should get the newest bike that was like in my price range, you know, that I could afford, and blah blah blah. So that's number one. Number two thing, security, man. security on these bikes, bro. If you spend all this money, now like these new bikes, 27, 28, $28,000. You know what I'm saying? That was so stupid because the roads were split right here. Yeah, so $28,000 for a bike, man. I feel like it should not only come with cooling fans, but that shit should come with security too. Now, these new bikes, even the basic level, I feel like maybe they've already made these changes. Not 100% sure, but I believe they have. But yeah, man, I paid a nice little penny, you know what I'm saying, to add the security feature to my bike. Then not only so the security part was one part of it, then I had to turn around and spend even more money to put a siren. So the security just makes it to where you can't just walk into the bike, turn the key, and ride off with it. The siren was even extra. Like for it to make some sound. Like as much as I paid for the security system, oh, and you gotta get that shit flashed to your bike. For them to program the key fobs and stuff. Yeah, and then you still got to shell out some money, man. I get it, bro. Like, money make the world go round. That's how the company make the money. But golly, man. So these about why everybody else screaming, talking about woke and shit. I just want y'all to like put some shit together. You know what I'm saying? That's more friendly on the pockets of the consumer. So that's the number 2 thing that I feel that y'all should change, or maybe y'all should add, or maybe already have added to these 2024 models. The number 3 thing, and like I said, I don't know if this has changed on the new models, is the suspension. I get it. You're trying to make this cookie cutter bike. I mean, granted, a lot of people are going to, change out XYZ, man. But like, if the suspension was like the best that it could be, and like I said, with the new Harley, man, I feel like they're lighter. I feel like they move different. Like I rode one the other day, and I ain't gonna lie, like I like them. You know what I'm saying? Not enough to where I would go buy a whole nother bike, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? When I got back on my bike and went home, like I was like, okay, this is my baby. Like we good. But the other bike, like it was mad quiet. That was another thing. Like I felt like the volume didn't go like all the way up. I don't know if they had like a limiter on that shit. But when we was riding, like I didn't feel like the music was getting as loud as I wanted it to. But like I said, maybe that's because I already have an aftermarket head unit on my bike. I already have an amp and upgraded speakers. So of course they suck. Shit not gonna sound like my shit. So like I said, so it's just little things. But yeah, definitely the suspension. I know that they're trying to accommodate all these different people, and the suspension works. But I honestly feel like they could, for the money that you pay for these bikes, man, I really, 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 really feel like you could get a better quality shock up under there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Legend shocks is let's just say roughly $1,000 to do the rear. You know what I'm saying? To have some good quality shocks. Like, why is Legends or one of these other aftermarket shock companies not making a partnership with Harley. You know what I'm saying? To be where, hey, we'll supply the shocks. Like, I mean, maybe a contract, whatever. Like, the bike should come stock with some nice shit on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything should be an upgrade. Like, it is crazy to me to spend, and maybe this is just like aftermarket, like it's kicking in to me after a couple years of being a Harley owner, that it's crazy to me that you didn't spend $25,000-$30,000 on the bike or whatever you pay for your bike, and you still need to spend thousands of dollars just to get it to perform, decently or some shit. Like I said, the suspension may be like a second thought thing, man, but suspension, come on. I need y'all, that should be a no-brainer. The cooling of the bike, and like I said, I know the cooling they did change on the 24. So I mean, I do understand what it is. So we'll just have to see, man. We'll just have to see. So those are my 3 things that I feel like should come included with every bike: better suspension, security system, and whatever to cool the bike, to make sure that the bike is going to live its best and fullest life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, aftermarket will always be there to make stuff to where things are better, but I feel like perfect example, in my truck, I can ride it anywhere. It's not bad, but if you do any performance things, then it's a whole different ballgame. So, but some of the things that we're doing to these bikes are not even performance. They're just to make them everyday rideable, and that's crazy. So, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Am I crazy? Am I tripping? Is this the way that it's always been? Drop down in the comments, let me know. Also, if you think it's something that should be becoming standard on these bikes that Harley Davidson or the aftermarket does or sells after the fact, then put that down in the comment below. I would love to see what your guys' thoughts are on that as well. So, till the next time, man, y'all have a blessed one.